Nation's largest suppliers of painkillers suspended from doing business in Florida for several years. Millions of suspicious orders leading to what the Drug Enforcement Administration is calling a record-breaking penalty for a pharmaceutical company. But as 4 in Your Corner's Deborah Souverain's been finding out, you and other consumers could be paying a price for this too. Deborah?
Patrick, this move is affecting 4 states in total, and it was done to help combat the growing number of heroin deaths happening in our country and here in Florida. But I spoke to a pharmacist who tells me by only cutting off the supplier, it could turn more people to illegal drugs. Images of parents overdosing on heroin has shed light on a growing epidemic, one that usually begins with the use of legally prescribed opioid painkillers. And now one of the largest pharmaceutical drug companies in the nation, McKesson Corporation, is blocked from selling certain painkillers to Florida pharmacies. The DEA says the company failed to flag a number of suspicious orders for highly addictive drugs like oxycodone and hydrocodone.
It's a supply and demand issue.
Addiction psychiatrist Brendan Short says the DEA's actions will help prevent more people from turning to heroin.
There is a direct correlation with the amount of availability in this country of oxycodone opiates that is killing Americans, which is turning Americans from opiate addicts into heroin addicts.
While reducing the supply of addictive painkillers helps, pharmacist TJ DePaulo at Cypress Pharmacy says it has unintended consequences for patients with legitimate health concerns.
It's probably not the way to do it. The best way to do it would be to go backwards, would be to go to shut down the doctors that are practicing less than ethical medicine, shut down the pharmacies.
He says going after pill mills and unethical doctors would be more effective at slowing down the heroin epidemic.
They're just trying to cut the supply, but the problem that happens is your legitimate pain patients can't get meds. So when they can't get meds, they either have to, go on a wild goose chase to try to get it.
A wild chase that too often leads to addiction.
80% of our people that are here are opiates, some sort of opiate-related issue.
A spokesperson for the State Department of Health told me McKesson could still sell drugs to pharmacies in Florida by routing the shipment through one of their other distribution centers. And that's why the pharmacist you heard from in my story says going after the suppliers alone isn't always effective. Live in the newsroom, Deborah Souverain, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you.